If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Thursday, September 26, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Joining me today in just a few seconds in the Finis monitor will be Felicia Lee. She is kicking off her final season at Stanford University today with a dual meet against San Jose State. And Flea, as she's known, joins us now from Palo Alto, California. Flea, it's great to see you. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
I know the weather up there in Palo Alto is great. I know it starts to get a little chilly, but maybe not the best thing for outdoor swimming.
It's not that bad right now. It's been pretty consistent at 80s and sunny, so definitely getting some goggle tans in.
I can't believe it's your senior year. I remember when you committed to go to Stanford, it just, like me, I'm sure you just think it was just like yesterday.
Definitely. It's definitely, it's gone by so quickly, and I'm a little sad it's my senior year, but, I'm ready to make the most of it.
And you started classes earlier this week. How's it been going?
Not too bad. I have a pretty decent schedule. No class on Thursdays and only one on Tuesdays, so I can't complain.
That's not too bad. I wish I had that schedule when I was a senior. I think I was trying to cram everything in at once so I could try to graduate early. Do you think you're going to graduate in 4 years, or is this going to be a 5-year kind of thing?
It'll be just at least one quarter of my 5th year, so not too bad, but definitely not cramming everything in my last year.
And when I talked to you back in 2011, when you were a sophomore, you had said that you were kind of going towards a biology pre-med track. Are you still on that line, or have you tried something different?
Yeah, I'm a human biology major. My focus is neuroscience and sports medicine. Definitely pre-med still, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to finish the requirements and probably take a gap year before I decide.
That's going to be absolutely amazing. And everybody. It seems like I remember when I was swimming, all the Stanford men and women that that we were swimming against were all online to be doctors or something like that. Is that kind of the plan for you, or are you thinking something else?
Doctors definitely in the plan right now. I'd say at least the men's team has a lot of engineering majors in that field. The women's team is a little bit more diverse. We've got some product design, some science, technology, and society, some MS&E. So definitely more diverse on the women's side.
Do you have anybody else that's in the human biology track on the swim team you kind of study with?
Yeah, actually my classmates Kirsty Chen and Andy Taylor are both hum bio, and then we've got a biology major in Alex Whitford. So we all kind of study the same thing. Maya's a little bit more engineering.
That's not too bad. Now this is a question we ask a lot of college seniors, and you may not know this just yet, but what are your plans for swimming after March?
I think right now I'm just going to focus on March, and then I'll sit down with Greg and decide, what happens after that. So I think I'll just keep it at that.
Well, as I mentioned, the first meet of the season is today against San Jose State, and you guys have always started your season against San Jose State. So what's the mindset going into the meet for you and for the team?
I think it's just see what we can do. It's pretty early in the season, and we've had some really hard training the last 3 weeks, and so it's kind of like whatever you've got, just put it out there. We're not expecting, to make NCs at this meet, obviously. It's just kind of a good stepping point, a good start at racing. We're just really excited just to begin our season.
Do you know what kind of events you'll be swimming? Are you going to swim your major events or some off events?
That's been a secret, so we'll see. I haven't seen the lineup yet.
Is Greg the type of coach that doesn't tell you exactly what you're going to be swimming in a dual meet until like warm-up time?
Typically we do know a day before, but San Jose, we've been more focused on just getting in shape and bonding and other activities.
Well, I can understand that, and like you said, it's the first meet of the season, very low key, very low pressure, and that kind of brings up a point. Some teams kind of start their season with swimming against tough teams. Mm-hmm. Would you prefer to start your season swimming against maybe somebody like Cal or USC or something like that?
I don't really have a preference. I think most teams, or at least most college teams, are kind of in the same boat that we are. We've been, going through preseason. It's been a really tough preseason, and I think most college teams across America are in the same, I guess, state of mind as well as physically feeling a little bit beat down. So I don't think it really matters what opponent you swim your first meet against.
Yeah, you're probably just going to be tired no matter who it is.
Exactly.
Well, I want to talk about this past summer. It just seemed like you had a very successful summer. You got third in the 100 fly at U.S. Nationals, and then you went to U.S. Open in Irvine and won. What was your take on the season?
I think, I did have a really successful season. My fly was there. I got best times in freestyle and backstroke, and so at least from the last 2 years, I haven't been hitting quite those times, and to come out of the season as faster than I was, 2 years ago, it was definitely something that is motivating me and is giving me a little bit more confidence heading into the season.
You're plagued with a few injuries at the start of your college career. How's your body holding up now? Any injuries so far?
No, I'm injury-free, which is a surprise. You mentioned the San Jose meet. I've actually missed 2 out of the last 3 I could have participated in. But I have a new shoulder, no foot injuries, and so we're hoping that stays consistent throughout the year.
Yes, we're going to have good karma for that shoulder, and you probably are happy that you get to swim with your teammates now against San Jose State.
Definitely. I mean, it's hard to miss meets, and especially I have a hard time sitting on the sideline just cheering instead of participating and hoping contribute to the team goal. And so this is a good way of starting off the season, is actually being there.
Yeah. The team placed 8th at NCAA's last spring, and I've got a feeling you guys are going to be better this year. Your senior class is great. You got you and Maya Dorado, Andy Taylor among you, and then of course you got freshman Leah Neal. What's the motivation like this season?
I think 8th was a little disappointing for us, and as a team as a whole, we've discussed it, and we've got our team goals. We know what we need to do, and the freshmen have been better than advertised. They are kicking butt at practice and pushing us seniors to new levels, which is exciting, and it keeps it fresh. The team kind of is in a good state mentally, that we know what we have to accomplish at the end of the season. We know what we want, and we're going to go get it. So it's going to be an exciting year for us.
Well, obviously, when you were a Stanford freshman, probably you've grown a lot as a senior now. Looking at these freshmen and remembering what you were like as a Stanford freshman, is there any kind of change in the mentality or the way that these freshmen are coming into college now?
Mentality as in?
As in, just kind of like, they're a little more confident. A lot of freshmen come in, not sure how the college environment's going to be. Are they coming in with a lot more confidence now?
I think the way that we structure our team, because we kind of do a retreat before we get started, with swimming and everything, I think that helps them become more comfortable with our team, and they can ask questions about how training is going to be. They can better prepare for what's going to happen during our 2 to 3 weeks of preseason. So I think that helps them be a little bit more confident instead of just coming in kind of totally blindsided. But they are freshmen. There's going to be a lot of questions and a lot of concerns. They'll just learn.
Yeah. That's part of the experience of being a freshman.
Exactly.
Well, Flea, before we let you get ready for the meet, we got it's time for the final 5. We got 5 questions for you to kind of get a little further into your psyche. So let's go ahead and get started with the first question.
Okay.
If you could change the order of the strokes in the individual medley, how would you change them?
Ooh, not include breaststroke.
Well, you have to include breaststroke.
Okay, I would start off breaststroke first then. So breaststroke, free, back, and then fly.
Okay.
I think that would be a pretty interesting order, and I think I would be more successful at the IM if that were the case.
Now, we've asked this is kind of a question geared, I guess, more for adults, but it still applies to people who are still in college. But what profession would you most like to try?
Ooh. I most wanted to be like if I was a CS major, like a software engineer, kind of like creating the next cool, applicable, piece of technology for society to use. But that's not kind of in my career plan right now.
Well, that's okay. It's okay. Which profession out there would you least like to try?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know, actually. Probably a swim coach. Sorry, Greg and Tracy.
No problem. I'm sure they would probably say that too. If you could change or add a rule to the swimming rule book, what would it be?
Go past 15 meters off the walls.
Okay. And the last question, where's your favorite place to go on vacation?
Cabo, Mexico.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Well, Fleet, thanks so much for joining us today. Good luck against San Jose State, and we're excited to see how things go, not just for you, but Stanford swimming this season.
Great. Thank you so much, Jeff. Have a great day.
You too. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. We'll have the results of that Stanford versus San Jose State meet for you on swimmingworld.com. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.